What's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. My day is going good. It's going good. You know, it ain't great, but it is good. You know, it's kind of meanie. Anyway, today I want to talk to you guys about being brainwashed at a subconscious level. Because you see, that's what the Jehovah Witnesses do. It's something that I've been really thinking about a lot lately. Being a Jehovah Witness is an all-out attack on all of your senses. Physically, every sense that you have, even deep down in your subconscious, it's an attack on everything about you. And I cannot say that any more clear than that. Being a Jehovah Witness is an all-out attack on your every sense that you have in your body. Even deep down in your subconscious, it's an attack. Now, how do they attack your subconscious? Words. Oh, some of the simplest things you would think, like the most non-threatening things you would think in the world, right? Words. I can't do anything with words. But I've been thinking about it, right? Let's think about words for a second. Whenever you use certain words, right? When you're learning a language, any language, right? When you're a little baby and you're learning how to speak for the first time, eventually there are certain words that you master. You know how to spell them, you know what they look like, you could read them, you could tell them to other people, you could describe them. You know how to say it. It's certain words that you just learn and you just master them. And not only do you master these words, you tie those words up to certain feelings. You know, when you say those words, you know what it feels like because you know the meaning of those words. You know what I mean? Like, for example, to call somebody your brother, you know what I mean? Or to call somebody your sister. There's a certain connection you have in your head because you've seen what the bond is between a brother and a sister. And you know the word. You know the word front and back. And you've seen what it means to be somebody's brother or to be somebody's sister. You've seen that. Even if you don't have any brothers and sisters, you've seen it. And if you do have a brother and sister, you experienced it. So there's a connection, an emotional, subconscious connection you make with that word. In the Jehovah Witness organization, they call each other brothers and sisters. To say that somebody is your brother, or to say that somebody is your sister, that's more powerful than saying that you love somebody. You understand? Because as we all know, you can love somebody one day and eventually fall out of love with somebody. And that's the thing, because when most relationships, as far as brother and sister is involved, when you have like that type of brother and sister relationship, you can hate somebody that's your brother, or you can hate somebody that's your sister. But you will still do any and everything in the world for them because that's your brother, you know? You have certain friends that your friendship get to the level where you look at them or you feel as if they're your brother or your sister. You don't say, oh, I love them, or I just love, like, no, that's my brother right there. Or that's my sister right there. I'll do anything in the world for them. That feeling that you have is connected to those words. So to go on for a long, long time calling people your brother or your sister, that gets you subconsciously. That's how they get you brainwashed at a subconscious level. You gonna really leave your brothers and your sisters? Really? And not only that, the friends. They call each other friends. Oh, I got the friends coming over. I got to make sure everything's right for when the friends get here. You know, I want to have a little get together, invite a couple of the friends over, you know. Let's look at the word friends. All my life, whenever I meet somebody, when I first meet them, I make it a point not to call them my friend. Like, oh yeah, I met you one time before. Ha, we're friends. No, that's not how it works. You earn a friendship, okay? When you work with somebody, you've been through some ups and downs with them, and that's the type of relationship you have, where it's like, wow, you know, I can trust this person, I can hang around this person is a real, true friend. Friendship is something that you work for, you know? It's not something that's just giving to everybody. Oh, everybody is my friend. Nah, I don't trust people like that, you know. But friendship is something that you work toward and you build toward. You hopefully eventually can reach with certain people. And the better you are at it, the more friends you'll have. But there's a connection to that word. Everybody has friends. You know what it feels like to have somebody as your friend. To have people that's there for you, that's in your corner, you know? Like family almost, you know? So for you to call people your friend or to, you know, understand, oh, these are my friends. The friends are coming over. You see, you can be friends, as long as you're a Jehovah Witness in good standing, you're one of the friends, you know? You can have people coming from a whole nother country, you don't know nothing about them, but they're your friends. You know what I'm saying? They're the friends. These are the words that they use to brainwash you subconscious, because you know that feeling. And even though you know they're not your friends, the fact that you're using the word, it taps into the subconscious that you have of them being like, oh, you kind of feel like they're your friends. You've been calling them your friends for so long. You say it enough. You connect that feeling without you even thinking about it. You know they're not your friends for real, but since you done said it so many times, and you keep saying it over and over and over and over again, that's how brainwashing works. Brainwashing is simply repetition. That's all it is. You say something enough, eventually you start to connect it to a feeling. You keep calling everybody your friend, you keep calling a certain person your friend long enough, you're gonna feel like they're your friends. And the Jehovah Witnesses use words masterfully. Like the entire reason they call it the truth, it's not because they think it's the actual truth. Everybody knows it's not the truth, you know? They call it the truth because as long as their members are constantly saying, oh, we're in the truth, this is the truth, we're in the truth, this is the truth, we don't want to leave the truth, this is the truth, the truth. What is the truth, right? You know the truth when you hear it. It's trustworthy. It's the thing that everybody yearns for, you know? The truth. You don't want to be in a situation where you're being lied to. Nobody wants the lie. So if you have something that's an obvious lie, you call it the truth. And once again, it gets at you at a subconscious level. You keep calling it the truth. You keep saying it's the truth. Eventually, you start believing that it's the truth, no matter what they show you. Because you see, this is how brainwashing works. A lot of repetition. But there's a certain thing that a lot of people don't know. Even people that still kind of brainwashed to this day, because it's hard to become unbrainwashed. But there's a way to do it, and this is how you do it. I'm going to help you out. I'm going to tell you how to become unbrainwashed. First off, you got to admit to yourself that there's a possibility you've been brainwashed. It's even better if you just go ahead and just say, yeah, I've been brainwashed. Just go ahead and admit it. Yeah, they got me. I didn't see it coming and they got me. Just admit it. That's the best thing you could do, is to admit and be okay with the fact that you got brainwashed. Admit it, be okay with it. That's step one. Step two is to recognize whenever the brainwashing is kicking in. That's a little tricky. It's a little hard. Because people, we're a species where we like to, you know, get accustomed to things and not really change, you know? Like, oh, I'm used to this. I'm used to this feeling. I'm used to that. No, I'm not going to change. I'm going to keep doing this. You see, but when you know you've been brainwashed and you accept that you've been brainwashed, you can control it then. Because brainwashing basically works the same way breathing works, you know? You don't have to think about breathing. You don't have to, like, put that in your day schedule, you know? Okay, you know, go walk the dog, go to the store, be sure to breathe. You don't have to do that. If you don't think about breathing, your body will be there for you. Most people take breathing for granted, you know? That's how brainwashing works. It's there, it's in you, and it just works. But you can control it the same way you control breathing. When you think about it, you can hold your breath. You can only hold your breath for so long, but you can control whether or not you exhale or inhale. You can control it when you think about it. That's the way brainwashing works. That's why it's so hard to even admit that you've been brainwashed. Because once you admit it, then you have to swallow your pride a little bit. Because you're gonna be in a situation and your brainwashing is gonna kick in. You're gonna be like, I don't wanna do that. That's terrible. And then you gotta think about it, like, you know what? There's actually nothing terrible about it. Why do I feel like this is terrible? I bet you that's that brainwashing from back when I was a JW. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. It's the brainwashing from back when you were a JW kicking in, making you feel like, no, I probably shouldn't be doing this. No, this ain't right. But since you know it, you can control it. You can say, you know what? Nah, I'm going to go out and I'm going to celebrate Halloween. It's fun. It's fun. It's a little uncomfortable because of my brainwashing kicking in. Because you've been brainwashed all the way to a subconscious level. Yeah, it's going to be a little uncomfortable. But you still need to go do it and go have fun. You know? I'm not forcing you to. Because some people just genuinely just like, I don't feel like dressing up in a costume. But just make sure it's because you don't want to and not because some, you know what I'm saying, like brainwashing thing. Because I still feel uncomfortable every year around Halloween. But I also know it's because I've been brainwashed when I was little. To be afraid of Halloween. That's the only reason I'm kind of uneasy around it. But you can control your brainwashing. You just have to recognize when it's happening. And when you recognize when it happened, the same way you control your breathing, you can control whether or not you're going to let it affect you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it takes you putting your head down and pushing through. It takes that sometimes. It be like that, you know what I'm saying? But you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, yeah, that's pretty much it. Name any other words that the JWs use to brainwash people subconsciously, you know? Those words that they connect to, that you automatically connect to certain feelings that they use to get people subconsciously, you know what I mean? Put it in the comment section. I want to check it out. You know, it's kind of meanie. All right, man. I hope y'all having an amazing day. Subscribe if you haven't. Holla at your guala. Deuces.